Hi dear students, how is everything? I hope everything is going well with you. Today, we need to move on to the next topic. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to make questions using the WH words. Do you remember what are the most important WH words? Can you name them? Yes, of course, you are right. The first one we can say who, what, where, when, why, and how. Excellent. In this picture, I'm going to show you the 6 very important WH words. So, as you say here, we have who, why, how, where, what, and when. They are very useful when you want to start a conversation because when you ask, they require specific information. So, for example, if you ask someone, "What's your name?" he or she is not going to answer yes or not because you are asking for general information, specific information. So, for example, if you ask, "What's your name?" the person can say, "My name is Mary." So, if you want to move on with the conversation, you can ask more questions with these words. So, for example, "Who is your favorite singer, Mary?" "When is your birthday, Mary?" "Where do you live, Mary?" "How do you feel today, Mary?" "Why are you here, Mary?" So, all of them are useful when you want to continue a conversation. As I told you, they require specific information in order to give you general information about something that you are asking for. Now, let me show you when do we use each of them. So, for example, in this one we have, look at this chart. What do you want to know? As I told you, when you want to know specific information. So, for example, here we have the WH word who, what, where, when, why, and how. When we use who, we are asking about person or people. When we use what, we are asking about thing, idea, event, or action. When we use where, we are asking about place. When we use when, we are asking about time. When we use why, we are asking about reason. How, you are asking about the way or quality or quantity about something. Now, let me show you in a specific when we use them. So, for example, here we have who. As I told you, we use them when we want to know about person. Example, we have, "Who is your favorite singer?" As I told you in the example. The next WH word we have what. As I told you, we ask about thing, idea, information of or action. So here we have some examples. We can say, "What are you holding?" It is a thing. What? "What are you thinking about?" This one is an idea. "What kind of pet do you have?" This one is general information. "What are you doing?" This is an action. You have to keep in mind what, because with what we can ask general information. We have a lot of things to get information for. So, for example, remember what? We ask for things, ideas, information, and action. The next WH word we have where. Remember, we use where when we want to ask about a place. So, for example, where is the nearest hospital? Where is the computer? Where is the school? Remember, this one where we use when we want to know about the place. Now, look at the next one, the next chart. In this one we have more information. So, for example, we have why. Remember, as I told you, why we use to ask for reason. Example, why did you lie to your mom? Why are you sad? Why are you late? You are asking for a reason. The next one we have when. When we use when, we are asking about the time. When is Lisa's birthday? When is the party? In this one we have one else that is whose. We are not going to focus in whose, but just in order to know whose express possession. So for example, we have whose cap is this? Whose backpack is this? Whose notebook is this, we can say. We are asking about possession in this one. The next one we have which is almost the same like a what. But in this one we have, when we use which, we can express choice. So for example, which pair of shoes do you like more? In the next one we have the last one, how. It's a manner, the way that we do things. So for example, how did you convince her to come? In this one we have the manner or the way that you do the things. So all of them, as I show you, express something. So we need to keep in mind that they are very useful when we want to ask general information. Now let me show you an example in this. So for example, here we have, look at this picture, try it out. So for example, we can make a question. Who is the man in the white coat? Look at his man. Who is the man? What is he doing? We are asking for an action. Where do you think they are? Where do you think they are? In the place. When do you go see this man? We are asking about time. In this one we can say, why do you think he is here? How do you think this end? So guys, in this one you have to keep in mind that we use the WH word like a who, what, where, when, why, how when we want to get a specific information. Now let's move on in the answer of this question. It could be possible answers. So for example, guys, tell me, who is the man in the white coat for you? Who is this? Yes, you are right. He is a dentist. Now let's check the answer in this one. We can say, the man in the white coat is a dentist. You are right. In the next question, what is he doing? He is looking at the boy's teeth. You are right. In the next one, we have, they are in a dentist's office, because we are asking about the place. In the next one, we have, you go to the dentist when your teeth bother you. So we are asking about the time. In the next one, we can say, he is at the dentist to have his teeth looked at. This will be over when the dentist is finished cleaning. So remember, all of them require specific information. You are not going to answer. So for example, when someone asks, why do you think he is here? You are not going to say yes or no. Remember, usually when we make the question with why, the answer must be with because. Why do you think he is here? You can say, because he is a dentist to have his teeth looked, or something. Remembering this one, okay? So we are going to continue practicing these WH words, that they are very useful when we want to keep on a conversation. Let's move on. Now let's practice with some examples and try to figure out which one is the WH word. So for example, in this one we have, as you can see here, we have is flying the kite. In this one, between brackets, we have person. So what could be the WH word, the correct WH word in this one? Yes, you are right. In this one, the right WH word is who, because who asks for person, as you can see in between brackets. In the next one, we have, so for example, look at this. Das, then live. In this one, we are asking about place. What do you think when we ask about place? We can say what, when, where, why. Yes, you are right. In this one, the correct word is where. Where does Ben live? So, remember, when we use when we refer to the place. In the next example we have here, it say what. Look at this one. It is like an idea. What is making that sound? You are thinking, what is making that sound? So remember that what, we use what when we want to express an action, an idea, a thing, of course. So the next one we have when. Look at this one. When express time. We use when we want to express about time. So for example, when can I go on vacation? When he is looking the calendar because he is looking forward his vacation, I think. So when is your birthday? When is the party? We can use this example as well. In the next one we have this that have, so for example it say, are you crying? We want to know the reason that this animal or emoticon is crying. So maybe here, what WH word express reason? So in this one we can say, why are you crying? Remember, when we use the WH words why, we need to answer with the word because. Why are you crying? Because I have a terrible headache. Because I lose my book or something like that. So keep in mind this one. Now let's move on to the next explanation, guys. So as you can see here, we can ask questions in different tense. We can say, so for example, why are you here, using the verb to be. We can say, why do you arrive on time, or something like that. We can use, as you can see, guys, in this picture here, we have asking WH word question. When we have WH question, remember that we need an helping verb. So for example, here we have why do, why did, we can use in the past. Why have, we can use in present perfect. We can use why with will. So for example, why, what will I do? And in this one we have the structure. Why did you go to the party or something? In this one we have what with these helping verbs. Remember, they are necessary in most of the WH question. The next one we have why. We can say, what do you do your homework? Or something. What are you doing your homework? This one is expressing action. In this one, look at the next one. We have WH word as well plus to be. Plus to be could be in present or in the past. What is your name? What is your name? Remember that the to be we have am, is, are. In present, of course, but in the past could be was or were. Where was your party, or something? Where was your party? When was your party? Who was your best friend when you were a baby, when you were a child? In this one, guys, you have to keep in mind this, especially when we make question about WH with do, did, have, will, we need the subject. But when we make question with WH plus to be, like a am, is, are, or was, were, we need a noun phrase in this one. Let's check some examples, guys, about this. So look at this one. Now let's look at some examples, guys. Here we have, so for example, as you can see here, we have the present simple. When we have, so for example, I study English, she studies English in the present. So when we have the question with WH words, we have when, where, why, how. In this case, you can say, where do you study English? when does she study English? Remember, we have to put do or does according to the subject. So in this one we have does because here we have he, she, or it. All of them represent third person, so they need a helping verb does. But you can't say where he study English. It is not correct. You need a helping verb. Where does she study English? Why does we study English or something? But remember, if you don't have the auxiliary, it is incorrect to say when she studied English. You need the helping verb. In this one, remember, do or does we need when we are talking about present simple. So, look at some examples in this one. Here we have Thomas studies English at college. When we talk about Thomas, it represents he. So the question must be with does because it is third person. Where does Thomas study? Good. In this one, remember, it's asking about place. In the next one, we have her friend lives in London. The next one here we have place. So you can say in this one the question, where does her friend live? Where does her friend live? He lives in London. In the next one we have Susan studies math. What could be the question for this answer in this one? You can say, what does Susan study? Susan studies math. Very good. In number 4, we have Eva lives in New York. I'm asking about the person who. Who lives in New York? It's say Eva lives in New York. So guys, remember, in this one, when we want to make WH questions, we need to use them with the helping verb. In the present simple, we have to use do or does according to the subject. Okay, now let's move on to the next tense. So for example, we can say that we can use the WH question with past simple as well. So look at example in these ones. Remember, in this case, it is easier than the present because for all of them, the helping verb must be did. So for example, look at the chart in this one. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. Remember, when we use them, we are asking for extra information. We require information in this. So you can say who, if you talk in the past, of course, who did he wash the car? Where did he wash the car? When did you wash the car? Why did they wash the car in this one? So it is not correct to say where you wash the car. It doesn't have sense because you need a helping verb did in the past. Where did, what did, who did, and in this one we have the subject and the next part of the sentence. Remember, when they are questioned, you need a question mark. So like this one. When did she wash the car? With a question mark. Don't forget the question mark, okay? Look at some examples about this one. So, for example, we have in this one, Sam washing the car. Why did Sam wash the car? Look at the question mark. In the next one, we have they eat dinner. Where did they eat dinner? I am asking about a place. I saw my friend. Who did see my friend? Because I'm talking about the past. The telephone rang. When did the telephone ring? Remember, when you are talking about the present or the past, we need to use the properly a helping verb. So for example, in this case, the past, the helping verb is did. You have to keep in mind this one, okay? Let's move on to the next picture. So look at this one, guys. As well, we can use the WH words in order to talk about future. We can say, so for example, in this one, what will you do tomorrow? When will you go tomorrow? Where will you go tomorrow? In this one, remember, the WH words we can use in order to talk about any tense. It could be present, it could be present continue. So for example, you can say, what are you doing? You are asking about action. What are, with the verb to be. What are you doing? Where is your party? We are using the verb to be in this question. So keep in mind this one, information questions. With will, does, with does, with do, with did. We use them in all of the tense. Clear? Do you have any question? Here, guys, we have more information about this. We're going to practice, guys. Now, open your AMCO book at page number 88. So, guys, in this page, as you can see, here we have WH question. In this one, we have present and present progressive tense. As I told you guys, here we have again, this is just a refresh about the use of WH words. So as you can see here, we have who, what, where, when, and why. Look at this one. Examples, as I gave you, here we have who asks about the person, what asks about thing, where asks about the place, when asks about a time, and why asks about a reason. Guys, in this activity, here we have the instruction that say, write the WH question that go with the sentence below. So, for example, in number 1, as you can see here, we have the answer. So here we have Spanish is the official language of Argentina. Guys, in this one, we are focusing in this one. It's saying in the language, right? In this one. So here we have a specific information. What is the WH word that we use when we refer to specific information? So for example, in this one could be, Spanish is the official language of Argentina. It could be, what is the official language of Argentina? Right? Very good. So, guys, try to read the rest of the sentences by yourself and try to identify which one is the correct WH word. Try to complete the sentence, please. So, let's move on in the second one. Let's do it together. It say, guys, the question. He is visiting Argentina to enjoy the culture and spend time in nature. So in this one, the question could be, why is he visiting Argentina? In the next one, we have in number 3 another answer about Eva Perón. Do you remember her? Who was Eva Perón? But in this case, it say, Eva Perón was born in Argentina. If we're asking about Eva Perón, we say that we are focusing in a person. So we can say, who was born in Argentina? In number 4 could be, when Revolution Day in Argentina is on May 25. So in this one, we are asking about the time, when. Okay? Try to complete the rest of them by your own. And then I'm going to show you the answer in order you can complete. If you have some doubt about this one, you can look at your answer and compare with your exercise. Please try to do your best with this exercise in order to practice the WH words in simple present. At the end, as I told you, I'm going to show you the answer. Try to do it by yourself, but remember, you have to focus in the person, in place, in the time, in reason about something. Okay? Very good. So, let's move on to the next page, guys. In the next page, we have the next exercise. It says, WH questions with past tense. As I told you when we talk about WH question in past, we need to use the WH words such as why, where, when, who, and why, followed by the helping verb did. because it's the past. So look at examples in this one. When did you finish your homework? Here we have, who rode their bicycle to school today? In this one, we are talking about the subject question. So in this one we have, why was David taking medicine last week? Taking medicine last week. So in this one we have was, it is the past of the to be. Very good. So guys, look at the exercise in this page we have. Write a response to each W question below. Be sure to use the past tense. Please keep in mind this one is a past tense. So here we have, who ate the last slice of pizza? Who ate the last slice of pizza? What could be the answer in this one, guys? For you, what could be the answer? We can say, I ate the last pizza. The last slice of pizza. It could be a possible answer. Or you can say the name. Mary ate the last slice of pizza. What about number 2? Say, what was her last name before she got married? Her last name was, you can decide the answer in this one. It could be your information. So for example, in number 3, where did you go last night? As you can see, all of them are questions in the past. So your answer must be in the past. If I say, where did you go last night? You have to say, I went. No go, okay? Remember, because we are talking in past. I went. Guys, remember, when we use the helping verb did, the verb must go in simple present, like this one, okay? Now let's move on to the next page, guys. As I told you, at the end I'm going to show you the answer, but try to do the exercises by yourself, please. Try to complete this information. It could be your own information, it could be the information that you can invent in this one, but try to do applying the answer of WH words. But in this one we have try to identify, okay? And the last page we have W question future tense. In this one, as I told you, we have WH words. So for example, when will, look at this one, when will. All of them, because it is future, you are going to use will. Who will show us around the town? What will do? What will we do on the trip? Where will we stay? Why will? All of them we need will because we are talking in future. So guys, in this one we have some examples that you need to have here. So for example, in number 1 we say, number 2, imagine this example. What will you have for dinner? What is the correct answer in this one? What could be in this one, guys? If I have what will you have for dinner, remember what will. In this one we have the helping verb in future. It is not possible to say, so for example, what do you have for dinner? It doesn't have sense. The correct question in this one is, what will you have for dinner? So the answer in this one is, I will have pork for dinner. Good job. Remember guys, when we use the WH words, we are asking for specific information. Okay? So guys, I hope you have learned a lot about WH questions in present, in past, and in the future. Now let me show you the answer, guys. In this one we have page number 88. Please check if you are right. In this one, look at this one. Here we have what is, to be, what, why is, who was, when is, what is, where is, when are. All of them WH words next to a helping verb to be, is or past or are in this case. In the next page we have the answer about this one. They are possible answers, of course. You can have your own answer in this one. In this, try to do your own answer because I'm going to check this one. Try don't write the same, okay? But if you can, please write down the same. In the next page we have the answer of WH question with future tense. In this one we have check, please guys. Listen, in this one you have to find the sense of the sentence. So for example, where will you work next summer? It could be I will work in Bariloche next summer. So here we have the answer. Please check. And that's all for today, guys. Please, you are going to check your homework on Friday in live worksheet. Today just keep practicing the video, listen the video, and on Friday I'm going to say your homework about this topic. So guys, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention and see you soon. Bye.